Assalamualaikum. My name is Aiman Afiq bin Esam. I'm from KCS 2304A. Today I would like to show my application on queue and stack. So ignore this. This is my microphone, madam. So okay, let's first check the coding. So we have account. So we have integer account and transaction of type array, and then we have queue. So let's go up. So in the queue we have extended to the linked list object so that we can use object in the linked list object. So first we have in queue. So in queue we use initialize node from the linked list object. Technically this is like how my queue in my linked list object works, which is inside the back. And then we have the queue. So that's is removed from front. That is also from linked list object. And then we have is empty to check whether the boolean is empty or not. So it gives like a true value if it's empty. Now we have separate bills. So separate bills is like queue, and then we move the, and then first we get the main queue, and then we have the temporary queue, less queue, and more queue. So how it works is that in the setup, in the coding, we are going to take the main queue, and then we dequeue it, and then we insert for the sum that is less than 50 to the less queue and more than 50 to the more queue. So that's how it works. And then we queue it back. No, we don't queue it back. Yes, we queue it back. Sorry. Next one, we have less queue balance. So we can check the sum, minimum, and max. So this is the logic. So how to use less queue? So we dequeue it, we run the transaction array, so we loop it to find the transaction amount, and then we have the minimum transaction and maximum transaction logic, and then we output the data, something like that. And then we move it back to the temporary so that we don't lose the data. So here, so that we don't lose the data. Next one is the same thing as the top one, but this is for more queue balance. The other one is for a less queue balance, same logic. And then we have how to find and display account. So we take the account and then take the associated queue so that we can run it. So same thing, dequeue the account. If it's account the same number that we provide, we're gonna find the account and then output the transaction, output the data, display the data, and then we just enqueue back, same thing. This one is for more queue. So because it has two, just because we do not know which account that it belongs to, so we need to run through two queue, which is less queue and more queue. Next one we have delete queue. So delete queue is for deleting the queue. So we take the account number what we want to delete, and then we just queue it back. We find the account. So the theory is that if the account number doesn't equals to account that we want to find, we temporarily insert it into the temporary queue so that we don't lose data. So technically it's going to the queue, and then if it does equal to what we want to delete, so it can queue it back, and then we're gonna just insert it back to the queue so that it doesn't lose the data. So next one we have more queues to stack. Technically this one is for like queue to stack, so we just dequeue it and then push to the stack. So that's how stack insert the data. So next we have stack. So stack we have same linked list object, extend it, then inside front we have pop, and it's empty. So pop remove, inside front is just insert the data. So we have move stack to another stack. So what we are going to do here is we have this stack, which is the main queue, and then we have a stack. A stack is where we are gonna put the stack in. So this one works by if the sum is less than 100, we push it to the S stack. If no, we just display the data. Then we have this temporary so that the data is not loose. So here you can see what is the data for less than 100 or more than 100. Then we have the same logic for stack to queue. So technically this is just stack to queue. We take the reference and then we dequeue it, and then for example here stack to queue, so the queue need to enqueue the what we dequeue from the stack object. So next, main inventory. So main inventory, this is what we use for queue and stack. The reference, let's queue all the stuff. So what we modify from this is that we add C1 margin account, which is for the queue, and future account for the stack. So user can put their fund into there. And then we have I think it's here, wait a minute. Oh, it's at the top. So here we have option now to view margin account. We can see the queue account, and then we can find display and delete specific account for queue, and then view feature account which is stack, and move margin account to feature account, and move feature account to margin account. You can do that. So that's pretty much it. So now we are going to run the system. We're going to run the system. So let's run the system. Okay, so first we're going to try queue. So we're gonna insert it real quickly. 1 2 3 4. We make transaction. We have 3 transaction, 30, 12, 6, and then 3 for margin account. We don't exit system because we want to do another transaction. 3 transaction, 90 and 120. So we follow here, then now here, then 3 for margin account. Okay, we need the system because we want to another account. Then we make transaction. We have a transaction 90, 99, 1 2 3, 20 and 50 ringgit. So this is margin 2. Then don't exit system because we need to insert another 3 transaction. Make transaction, 3 transaction, 10, 12 and 50. So margin account, which is 3, and then we can see it. Okay, now let's see if it's correct. So first we need to the operation 5, which is view the margin account, so you can see it. So this is the margin account. So for Q that is less than or equal 50, we put it inside this place. So you can see here 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 here has less, which is 48. Okay, it's inserted into there. And then for account 431, 37. So here account number 431, sum 37. So in the queue here, for less queue, we have minimum transaction of 37, which is correct. 37 is less than 48, so maximum is 48, and then the average transaction is 42.5. So how this works is that in the less queue, we make 2 transactions. We compute 2 transactions, so it is divided by 2. So that's why here we can see that 48 plus 37 divided by 2. For more than 50, it's the same concept. So here, account number 1 2 3 4, we get the 210. 1 2 3 4 210, and then 4 3 2 1 347. So the minimum is 210 and the maximum is 347, and the average transaction is 278.5. So this is the same thing. We have 2 transactions run through it, so we divide by 2 by the amount that is in the queue, right? So now we are done with this thing. So we exit we exit the system. So now let's try stack. So wait, oh sorry, I still don't exit system. Okay, exit system. Okay, now 1 2 3 4. So let's try stack now. So we make transaction, we do 3 transaction, 30, 12, and then 6, 4 for future account, which is stack. False because we want to insert the data. Make transaction, 2 transaction, 90, 90 and 120, right? And then for stack, then we exit system. Want to insert data for 4321 account, make transaction, 5 transaction, 90, 99, 1, 2, 3, 20 and 50, 4 for future, then do exit system, make another transaction, which is 3 transaction, then we do 10, 12, and then 50. So stack, so fast. Okay, now let's see view future account, which is well stacked. So you can see that if the item is less than and more than 100, you can see that here 421, which is here 4321, 347, this one 421 347, then 210 from 1 to 3 4 account, right? So it's same. So less than 100, we have 21 ringgit is from no, we have 21. Okay, I think I insert the data wrong. For the first one, it should be 4837. I think I insert the first one wrong, I believe. Yeah, I believe I insert first one wrong. Wait, stack. Yeah, I think I insert the first one wrong, but it should be 48. Should we find it? Oh yes, we insert here wrong, right? 10. No, not that one. 1 2 3 4. Oh yeah, we insert 3 here. It should be 30. That's why it's wrong. Alright, pardon me. So that's why it's wrong. So now is the system. Right, now we are done with both that. Okay, now let's try move stack queue to stack and stack to queue. We're gonna try new new account. So 1 2 3 4. So we make transaction 3 transaction, right? Yes, 30 12 and 6. So margin account, transit system, another transaction, which is 2 transaction. So 90 and 120. Okay, now let's try move this to the future account. So we were in margins, so 8 is move margin account to future account. Let's try. I did it wrong, sorry. So I hope it works. Okay, move it, then see other option, see future. So you can see that the future account is changed 210 48. So the same logic applies here. So is it system, and then if you go to the view merge account, doesn't has the data, right? And then let's try move it, which is 9, right? Move future account to merge account. Okay, we have moved it, so we could see other option, and then we could see view merge account. See, the data is going back there, and if we go back to the see a view future account, we are not going to find anything more. So that's how we do the movement between queue and stack. So that's it from me. Thank you.